Very good morning to all of y'all. I hope y'all all are well doing and y'all all are fine at home. So today we will start with chapter number 2, global warming of geography. Geography, that we are starting with the chapter 2, that is global warming. Global warming is, you can say, means the earth, it is regularly it is getting heated up. Okay, so with the various this we are having some various activities are performed. So due to that, the earth, it is continuously it is getting heated up, like some with the help of, like you can say, ultraviolet rays. Okay, so due to that, the earth, it is continuously it is getting heated up. So the warming of the earth's surface is known as global warming. Okay, so this is a very big threat for the environment also, the increased global warming. Okay, or you can say the increment in global warming, it is a big threat for our environment. So now we will start with the chapter atmosphere. We have been cocooned and protected by a colorless, odorless and tasteless blanket of gases that is known as the atmosphere. We are cocooned means wrapped. Okay, we are wrapped in and protected by a colorless. The gases, they are not having any color, odorless, they are not having any smell, and tasteless, they are not having any taste. Okay, blanket of gases, that is known as the atmosphere, and it is known as atmosphere. Our means in our surrounding we are having gases. This blanket around the earth is about 700 kilometer thick. This blanket of around the earth means this blanket of gases around the earth, it is about 700 kilometer thick. Thickness is thickness of the gases means of this blanket, it is 700 kilometer. The gravitational force of the earth holds it together. Gravitational force means, like you can say, force that attracts something towards earth. Okay, the gravitational force of the earth holds it together. It holds all these gases. The atmosphere consists of several layers. Now there are several layers, means different layers are there in atmosphere. Layers of atmosphere. Troposphere. First is troposphere. This is the lowest layer of the atmosphere near the earth. Okay, means the lowest layer of the atmosphere and near the earth is troposphere. Its thickness varies from 8 kilometer above the poles, means from the poles of earth. Okay, so above the poles 8 kilometer to 18 kilometer thickness is there over the equator. The temperature decreases by 1 degree Celsius for every 165 meters, means after every 165 meters, when we travel 165 meters, so temperature it decreases by 1 degree Celsius. The word troposphere is derived from the Greek term tropo. This word, it is derived or it is taken from the Greek term tropos, meaning turning or mixing. It contains 75% of the atmospheric gases. In this layer you can see 75% of the atmospheric gases and large amount of water vapor and dust. Water vapor and dust is also available. The troposphere acts like a blanket protecting the earth from becoming too hot during the day. So this troposphere, it acts as a blanket and it protects the earth from becoming too hot during the daytime and too cold at the night time. This is the densest, means thickest, this is the densest layer, and the air nearest to the surface of the earth is the warmest, and the air nearest to the surface of the earth, it is the warmest air. About 80% of the total mass of the atmosphere is said to be contained in this layer. Mass, you can say, a large body of matter with no definite shape. Okay, so some matter is there, some 80% of total atmosphere is said to be contained in this layer, means gases are there. Okay, everything is there in this layer present. So all the earth absorbs the sun's heat and radiates it back to the atmosphere. So what the earth does, the earth absorbs, it takes in sun's heat and radiates means to emit it out. Okay, it emits it in the emits it back to the atmosphere. And afterwards, firstly what happens, firstly when the sun rays are there, so the earth is absorbing the sun rays during the daytime, and at the night time it emits it back to the atmosphere. All weather phenomena like water vapor, cloud formation, rain and storm take place in this layer. See, water vapor, water, it takes the form of gas, okay, then clouds are formed, then rain comes, and storm, it take all these phenomena, these take place in this layer, means in troposphere. The tropopause is a thin layer between the troposphere and stratosphere. Here you can see a very thin layer in white color, okay. So a very thin layer is there, that is known as tropopause. It is between troposphere and stratosphere. Next is stratosphere. This layer stretches to 50 km above the earth's surface. Means if you will see from the earth's surface, okay, so it is 50 km above from the earth's surface. No weather phenomena occur here. So like there we were having cloud formation, water vapor is there, rain is there, storms are there, okay. So here we are not having any weather phenomena. There is a little water vapor and conditions are not turbulent. So here you will find very little water vapor and conditions, they are not turbulent, means they are not continuous, okay. Means every time you will not find the same position or same condition. This is the safest zone for flying jet aircrafts. So here you can fly jet aircrafts, aeroplanes, everything. It is the safest zone there. It has the maximum concentration, means maximum power of ozone, and hence this layer is also known as ozone sphere. So because of the presence of ozone, it is also known as ozone sphere. It absorbs and protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. So this ozone sphere, it helps us and protects, it absorbs, it takes in and protects us from the harmful ultraviolet rays. So this ozone, it absorbs, it takes in this ultraviolet rays, and it protects the earth from getting too hot because of this ultraviolet rays. It takes this rays in itself, ultraviolet rays of the sun, leading to an increase in the temperature in this layer. So this can increase the temperature, okay. So in this layer, only in that layer they can increase the temperature if the ozone layer is not there. At about 50 km the temperature decreases again. If we will go more high, means 50 km, so the temperature again it decreases. This part of the stratosphere is called the stratopause. So again, after stratosphere, between stratosphere and mesosphere there is a layer, thin layer, okay. So that is called stratopause, and from here starts the next layer of the atmosphere, that is mesosphere. This layer stretches between 50 to 80 km above the earth's surface. Means from the earth's surface you can see it is above how much, 50 to 80 km. The temperature decreases with increasing altitude. The temperature decreases as we go higher and higher, the temperature it starts decreasing and dips down to, means it comes down to minus 100 degree Celsius. This zone has the lowest temperature in the atmosphere. The lowest temperature is in mesosphere, okay. The density of air is very thin. Here you can see, means the air, it is very thin, it is not thickest, it is very thin. Mesopause marks the end of mesosphere and the beginning of thermosphere. So between mesosphere and thermosphere there is a thin layer, mesopause. This layer usually slows the meteorites and burns them. The meteorites you can say the rocks that are coming, okay. So it slows down the speed of that rocks and it burns them. This mesopause, it burns them. Then thermosphere, the temperature in this layer rises to around 1500 degrees Celsius. The temperature it rises to 1500 degrees Celsius. It extends from 80 km to more than 600 km. It extends, means it increases from 80 to 600 km above the earth. This layer contains electrically charged particles called ions. These particles particles reflect means to give back radio waves back to the surface of the earth, enabling long distance radio communication. You have seen that people means communicating with radio. Okay, firstly we were listening the news on radios, some songs were played, so this layer, it is helpful for radio communication. Then exosphere, it is the outermost layer of the atmosphere, the outer layer of the atmosphere, which merges with outer space, means which combines with the outer space, or you can say universe. The gravitational pull here is very weak, means the attraction of earth here is very weak. The density you can say quantity, the quantity is very low, as only traces of gases are found here, means just you can see little bit of gases, just means like we are finding something with investigation while doing investigation, so we are getting little bit of things, okay, by investigating. So like this only here you can find just little bit of gases in this layer. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to you. Now we will start with the next topic in next video. So till then, be happy and be safe. Thank you.